Okay, we live, we live. Come on in the room. If you're watching this from the future, hello and welcome. I hope you had a very amazing Thursday indeed. Earlier today, I thought it was goddamn Wednesday. Hey, everybody. Come on in this motherfucker. Yes, there they go. Just for the folks who came early, I want to show y'all this little book behind me right here. My mama got me this from me and Ben's wedding. Look at that, y'all. You see that shit? Beautiful, right? Oh, it was tears. Oh my God, I was fine, still fine. Look at me crying. Ben was up there being cute. But anyway, that's not what we talking about tonight. Welcome to Ask Amber. Hey, motherfuckers and non-motherfuckers, niggas and non-niggas. This is Ask Amber, where you're a mess, but you say it with your chest. We have everything we need right here in the building tonight, so I want everybody. Oh, you got a donkey's milk? Let me tell you something. Change your life, man. You don't see no blemishes unless I eat ice cream because of that donkey's milk. Everybody needs to get your popcorn ready and get a little water, okay? Because your throat will get dry. We have an exciting show for y'all tonight. We're going to do one update from last week. But to kick off the show, I'm seeing all this popcorn in my mouth. We're serious business up in this motherfucker. First, I do want to start with a quick moment of silence for our fallen brother, Michael K. Williams. My God, my jaw was on the floor this week. But sending love and just all kind of amazing positive energy to his family. Also, if you're dealing with Hurricane Ida, just put your middle fingers up in the chat right now. I'm terribly sorry. I'm in the Midwest, but I see what's going on, and I have donated to links. I just don't like to share too much, but we with you in spirit. Thank you, everybody. Okay, quick quote trivia. It's not whole trivia tonight. I feel like we had a rough motherfucking week, so I just wanted to start the show off with an amazing quote, and y'all gonna guess who it's from. I'll give y'all some options. This week in Positivity Land, it said, the quote says, I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever. And I'm super glad we're still friends. God damn. Who said that? Was it A, Reading Rainbows, LeVar Burton? B, Steve from Blue's Clues? Or C, Binya Binya Pollywog from Gullah Gullah Island? Yes, I'm seeing the answers coming in. Oh my gosh, please put like a little blue, any blue emoji in the chat if you saw that this week. Cause that had a bitch in her feelings. And then the comedian in me was like, Steve, take the hat off. We want to see what's under the hat. Cause I'm an asshole. But you know, I won't, I'm not gonna ruin a good time. But I definitely was gonna be like, you gonna take the hat off, aren't you, Steve? Let's see what's going on. We all getting old. But he didn't take it off. He kept it on. That's all right. Because I ain't have to sit down in my thinking chair and think on that one, okay? He probably balled it under there. But he looks great, and we all needed that message this week. Okay, I see some people already in the waiting room, so you're going to just be vulnerable with me tonight and tell me your problems. Also, I love everybody commenting, because if you watch this from the future, you know, you don't just get to comment and tune in live with all the emojis and stuff. So you're missing out if you're not catching it live. Okay, we got some people in the chat. I don't see Ash yet, but we will have an update coming from Ash later. Let's let Alex in the room. Okay, let's see what's going on. I'm so bad with the chat. Oh, he balded. Al, are you there? Hey, friend.
Hi.
How are you doing, friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so well. Where are you joining us from?
Just basically tell you my problem.
Right. But where are you joining us from? I'm sorry. I'm very country still. I've lived in Chicago 8 years.
I'm from San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay. And what is your name?
Alex.
Alex. I said that already. All right, Alex. Let me click my pen. Go ahead, friend.
Okay, so I just started college. I'm a freshman in college. Thank you. And I'm very nervous. I want to make some new friends, but I'm very skeptical about that because of my past. I've had not so very great friendships, and every friendship that I've always wanted to have, it's happened, but it's always not gone the way that I expected it to go.
Okay, so how many relationships have gone south, would you say, if you had the ballpark?
More than 5.
You had more than 5 friendships end poorly?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
It was all because they were talking about like how I look and stuff like that.
Oh no. Did they all know each other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it wasn't like it was 5 individual friendships that you had on your own, and then they all individually got ruined.
Right.
It was you were like, oh, these 5 motherfuckers are not good for me. Let me cut them all off.
Right.
Right. Okay, that's good because I was about to give you that whole, you don't have 5 bad roommates. You're the bad roommate conversation. But it sounds like we're not gonna have that. Alex, I also find that I have 4 really good friends from high school that I talk to, but and other than that, I don't really talk to nobody else from my high school. Sometimes the friends that you meet in college or when you're growing up a little bit, that's who you really get to know because they actually help you with some real deal for real shit. If your friends are ever talking shit about how you look, they are not your friends. So you did a good job cutting them off. Would you describe yourself as an outgoing person? Like, would you go into the cafeteria and say, like, hey, what's up? I'm Alex. Why don't you come eat lunch with me or whatever? Well, I don't know what COVID college looks like. So,
Um, I'm kind of one, but I'm also very kept to myself a lot. And I have like that really bad social anxiety. So if I try to talk to people, I just get really shy and then I start shaking and it's just
oh
all.
no, friend. Well, that's so funny to me. Not funny. That's so interesting to me because you called into this show with all of these people watching or halfway watching. I don't know. They out there. So I think that was brave as fuck. So if I would never be brave enough to just call into somebody's Instagram. So I feel like you're a lot more brave than you think you are, friend.
Really?
Hell yeah. You know how nerve-wracking it is to call in with me? I love flaming people. You know what I'm saying? This could have been a nightmare, but I'm gonna keep it nice and everything like that. But still, I think you need to think about how brave you actually are. Cause what you're doing right now, talking to me, trusting my motherfucking ass, is very brave. So I think you need to take all of this that we're doing right now and apply that to some friendships. And I also think you need to find your circle. You know what I'm saying? So are there some things that you're really into? Like, I was always a drama club girl or improv club, journalism club. And Ben was on his anime shit. We wasn't gonna be in the same club in college, but that's his thing. So are there some things that you really like to? I think you should find those groups.
Right.
Sorry. If you're gonna be in here, sit down. Thank you. Sorry, my dog.
It's okay.
So what's one club that you are really into that you like?
I love singing.
Oh, wanna sing a little something?
You ain't gonna put me on blast like that.
Me? I sing to fucking plants. So I'm not the person. All right, give me a little something something for my friend right here.
Oh my God.
Just give me something. It don't even matter if it's bad. If it's bad, I'm gonna say something. But if it's kind of cute, I'm gonna go with it. Just go ahead, go ahead. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna take care of you. Go ahead, friend.
Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me?
Woo!
Why is my reflection someone I don't know?
Namaste. Alex, well, goddamn. If you can call into the chat and sing on Instagram Live, you're gonna make some friends. And cut off those hating ass whores or whoever they were. Cut them off. I'm sorry. If they in the room, tell them I said it. Cut them off, and you're gonna have a great freshman year.
Thank you so much.
I love it, and I want to hear an update. I'm going to task you to because I like to follow the people that call into the chat. I want to hear back from you with one new friend that you've made by next Thursday. Deal?
Deal.
Give me some. Give me some. Hey, all right, Alex. I'll see you next time, friend.
All right.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye, friend. Y'all. Everybody, give Alex some love in the chat. Oh my gosh, how awkward was it like freshman year walking into the dining room trying to make friends? And I know I was a weird black girl, loud, being ridiculous. So I completely understand. And we all remember that time in our lives. Maybe that time in our lives is today. It's today. But thank you for supporting. And we got some more callers coming in. So let's see what we got. Oh, we got Latoya. Latoya, make way, make way. If your name ends in an A, I'm just going to sing Moana songs with it. Hey, Latoya.
Hi.
Friend, where are you, friend?
Very, very close. I'm in Indiana, about 30 minutes away from you.
We are very close. Well, ooh, hey. All right, Latoya, talk to me, baby.
I need to find the love that you found because I am tired of being single. I need to know where to go look. I've been single for 7 years now, and I'm over it.
Over that single life. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you want to be in a relationship, or are you wanting, to be caressed?
No,
right now?
I've been there. I'm past that. I'm 36 years old. I'm divorced. I'm looking for a relationship.
Oh, okay. A relationship. You know what you want. You know. All right. Let me say this. Are you above trying out the apps?
No, I've tried the apps. It's just I've never found anybody that's like trustworthy enough to kind of like meet in person. So I play like the cat and mouse game. I text a little bit and then I drop them. The moment they do anything that just throws me off, I drop them.
What's something that would throw you off?
Anything. If you text wrong, if you text me and you got a misspelled word, you out.
Well,
because that says a lot about a person. Like if you're texting me and you say I want you, WONT, instead of I want you or something like that, that's a big no-no.
Okay. I think and I hear you. I see you. But sometimes we got to be a little bit, we got to see the humanity in other people sometimes. So it's just like, if the sentiment is they want you, who cares about a misspelled word here or there? You know, I get it. Those there, and there, they fuck me up too. But I will say this. I will say that if especially 2015, Amber Ben, he didn't even know how to text. He didn't even so if I would have held that same mentality when courting who I'm with now, we would not be together. So okay. I would just say a little bit, I would say try the apps again. And I would say just to be a little bit more understanding if people are fucking up the autocorrect or, because I agree that like a 2 a.m. what you doing text, that's not okay. Yeah. GM instead of good morning, that's not okay. But them saying I want you and spelling the wrong won't. I mean, come on, sis. Give them a break. Give them a break. So let me ask you, did you seriously cut a guy off for what?
This sounds really important, but have you been wearing my sweater?
Hi, Ben.
No,
Ben, nah, for real.
They're literally falling
Be out. They're
falling off my pants.
You see, these are the Ben. I swear, I can't mute them, so I can't talk to you how I want to talk to you. But
because you have a bigger hip than me, so you can wear anything that you want. Just to stretch.
I'm sorry, Latoya. Ben, come in. At least come in here and say hey to everybody since you interrupted me on some bullshit.
Hi,
Ben. You see what I'm saying? I used to keep it. Glad people business. I used to keep everything that Ben did almost in like a mental filing cabinet, like what just happened. And we will probably fight about that tomorrow. But I just, the older I get, I have to just look at my wig. The older I get, I kind of just be like, you know what? People aren't files. People aren't computers. If you messed up and it's not the end of the world, sometimes we gotta just let that shit go. Just a little bit.
I'll work on it.
Was the person that misspelled words to you, like, did you at least tell him, like, hey, I can't talk to somebody who talks like, or did you say, you know what, maybe this man is incapable of typing correctly. Maybe I'll just call him.
No, because like the other guy that just got off, I have a bit of social anxiety, so I don't do the whole calling thing. Like I have to be your friend, and I'm an introvert, so we have to be friends in order for you to call me and for me to answer. So I develop a lot of relationships from text, or if I'm out and I kind of meet somebody. But no, I didn't give him a second chance. I'm quick to block somebody, very very quick.
Oh yeah,
I blocked the guy one time because his son had a big head, and it scared me. Like, hey Arnold type head. It literally, I just saw like what our future would be like, and I couldn't do it, and I blocked him. And I got a big forehead, but this was like something that I've never seen before in my life, and it scared the crap out of me, and I blocked him.
Right. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm working on me. At least I acknowledge the faults that I have within myself.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard if you blocking people whose sons got big heads. I am actually speechless. I think that you got to cut people a little bit of slack and get to know them. And I think it would not kill. You see how we FaceTime? You just met me. We're essentially doing a FaceTime call. So I've
been following you for forever. Like, I feel like I know.
Right. Yes. But you gotta, the way you first gave me a chance in your life, you gotta give other people a chance like that. Because cutting somebody off because their son got a big head.
You didn't see this head. You didn't see the head. You did not see the head. If you saw the head, you know the episode of the Proud Family with the peanuts. Have you ever seen the episode with the little peanut? That's exactly what it was, friend. It was to the point I couldn't look. I had to look away, and I made an excuse to leave, and then I blocked him.
Right. I think you should just do some inner work.
I'm working on me. I appreciate you.
Do you have a therapist? No offense. I have a therapist who I love. I'm not talking about what I'm doing now. I'm talking like a certified freak, 7 days a week professional. Because, sis, you got some work to do. We all do. But you breaking up with a man because his son's head is shaped like a peanut, that's a lot.
It was scary.
It would be my unprofessional advice that you seek some professional help. Yeah. I love you, sis. I think I just want to say I love you. Get on the apps. Make a couple phone calls to these friends. And tell them don't introduce them to their children. Don't introduce you to their children until y'all are solid. Solid. I appreciate you. We'll connect.
Okay.
We'll connect. I have to hang up now.
Okay.
If you're just joining, therapyforblackgirls.com is an amazing resource that we can all use. And people are people. And some people have big heads. And that's just the facts of the case. I have no other counsel besides that. So I think the best thing we can do for everybody is to move on to the next caller. We got to move on to the next caller. Oh, we got Ash on the line, being in the other room like, what the hell is going on? We got Ash with an update. Ash, are you there?
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ash. Ash, why don't you give the people a 30-second recap about what we talked about last week, and then we need a quick update on where you are today.
All right. So last week, basically went to details about my man and him and his ways of how he is very deceiving and a liar and likes to hide a lot of things, and
hiding his phone in the
got
bathroom.
to the point that we determined he's cheating.
Yep. And well, no, I mean, no, it's horrible.
No, it was terrible, but yeah, we got to that point. So fast forward,
Okay.
somebody, I don't know who, because he won't tell me, but somebody from the live got in contact with him and told him, hey, your girl was just on live talking about how you cheating on her. So I was
These
like,
messy motherfuckers.
I don't
Okay.
know who. I mean, I'm not even mad at them. Honestly, I don't even care because it's a live. So it would have got out there eventually, one way or
And
the
he
other.
probably gonna find out about this one too. Okay, so what did
He
you say to
probably is.
that?
So he called me up and he's like, hey, I think we need to sit down and talk because one of my friends came to me and said your girl's on live saying that you're cheating on her. So I was like, all right, fine, no problem. When would you like to? Let me look at my calendar and see when I'm available. So we
Ooh,
set it
not
up for the
Google
next
Calendar.
day.
Ooh,
Set it up for the next day, and we went out to a park. And I just came out to
girl.
him straight up and told him, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. You're setting your ways. You're not trying to be understanding. You're not trying to drop these people from the past. So it's time to go.
And what do you say to that?
Oh no, please, I really love you. And I'm like, the way that you show love is not it. You don't love me. You like the thought of me.
Ooh, you told him like that, girl.
Yes, yes, I did. And he was like, you might be right, but I do know I care about you. And if
You might
anything,
be right.
we could possibly be friends. I said maybe in the future. Um, since then,
Don't leave the door open, sis.
no, no, not at all, not at all. Since then, it's actually a funny story. He tested positive for COVID. I tested positive for COVID. He ended up getting it from his squad partner because he is in law enforcement. So
Girl, he gave
now,
you the vid?
yeah, he gave me the
Damn.
vid.
Well, how's your health?
We're good.
How's your health?
I'm good. I'm good. I don't have any symptoms at all. I never even knew that I had it. I only found out because I'm a nurse, so I have to get tested for work. And yeah,
Not the vid, girl.
yeah. But it's
Oh,
okay. I'm completely fine. I'm still got my sense, still got taste, smell. I can see still. I'm not coughing or dying or anything like that, so I'm
this
okay.
man is ruining your life. At least, how about, if I were you, I would be like, COVID is going to be the last thing you give me because you're giving me headaches, symptoms, problems, trauma.
It's funny because the one thing that he said, he was like, I given you my all. And I'm like, in a text message, he's like, I really want you, like I given you my all. I'm like, no, you didn't give me your all. You gave me a headache. You gave me
You gave
constant
me the
nights of no
vid.
sleep. Like you've given me nights of self-doubt. And I don't need that. Like I know that I'm worth
Gave
much
me
more than that.
SARS,
So,
COVID-19 too.
but
What else?
he's going through it right now. And I'm like, don't text me. Go to the hospital. I'm not your outsource anymore. Go find
He said,
someone else.
I gave you my all. Yeah, some things I ain't even like.
Yeah,
So he's done?
he's done. I am
Done with him?
single. I
You
am
ain't texting him no
single.
more?
None of that.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
None of
Ask
that.
Amber changing lives. If you hit my girl up, you bisexual, right?
Yes.
Ladies, gents, non-binary fam, DM. Let's see what we doing tonight. Well,
Oh man.
after your
Not
symptoms.
tonight. I got
Uh-oh.
I got I got another 8 days and then yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
In 8
I
days.
live in New York, by the way. The
Which
5 surrounding
borough?
boroughs. I live in the Bronx, but I'm mobile. So
Well, she lives in the Bronx. There you have it. Hit her up. Thank you so much for this follow-up.
no problem. I made it my business. You don't understand. I did my dishes. I got all my animals are quiet. My house is quiet. I said, no, I gotta get on here because I seen it on TikTok and I was like, oh, she calling for me. I gotta make sure I make it.
You know I have to know. I'm nosy as hell. But
Yeah.
yes, for those of you who just joining, Ash has left her man. He left her with COVID, but she has left her man. She got 8 days in the house, but if you said Brooklyn? Oh, the Bronx.
Bronx.
If you're in BX, hit a line.
Or the 5
Hit her
surrounding
line.
boroughs as long as you're mobile,
As long as you're mobile and you're not picky about how they can text or nothing, right? Like our good sis
No,
Latoya.
not at all. As long as I speak patois, so broken English, correct English, Let's just do it.
She speaks patois once again. Ladies and gentlemen, men, hit her line because I'm trying to get you. I really want this. I want you to be like, I met my like love of my life on Ask Amber. That would be just like my ultimate dream, my ultimate fantasy.
And then I'll definitely have to come back on another Thursday and be like, here's an update.
You know, perfect. Well, we're gonna catch up with you soon.
No problem.
Please get well soon.
I will. Thank you so much.
Love you, boo.
Love you.
All right, y'all. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot 2021. You know, we all know somebody that caught COVID, so don't be messy. Don't be messy. Well, maybe you caught it. Hell, don't be messy. But send Ash some love. And you say if y'all go on a date, I need an update. FaceTime me, IG live me from the date. We got some other callers in the waiting room, so let's get it popping. Oh my God, I love y'all so much. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of y'all in the waiting room. I only got 2 hands. All right, who is that coming on in?
Oh,
Hello.
Amber, I was not ready for this.
Not ready? You got to be ready when you come on. Ask Amber what you
I
doing,
know.
man.
I was over here snacking. I was like, you know what? Let me just jump on here. Let me see what Amber's doing. What are we doing today?
Here. What's your name, friend?
My name is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, back the camera up so we can see. We like
Okay,
to
okay.
see.
Let me put you down. Let me put you down. So whatchamacallit, I wanted to hop on here. First of all, I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to say that you and Ben, your relationship is so inspirational.
Who, Ben?
Yeah, I want
All
to say you're literally, your relationship is so inspirational because I like how different you two are, and it just shows that y'all are, you know, you can come from such different backgrounds, but it just works so beautifully. It blends.
Oh, thank you, Jeremiah.
I love that.
Jeremiah, where are you joining us from right now? It's light as hell in your house. You on the West Coast?
I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. I'm in Salinas near Monterey.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, what's going on with you? Thank you. Yeah.
Well, a lot is going on. You know, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm in a kind of new relationship. I guess.
The followers were wondering. They checking you out. I see.
So whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'm in a new relationship I'm dating this guy, and I'm really, really wrestling with like the self-love part. Like, do I deserve this? Is this what I have some trauma with, like, I grew up in church. I grew up really conservative. So I've only been out for like a little over a year. And so I guess it's like,
congratulations.
Thanks. So it's like a compilation of like dealing with like church trauma, dealing with like, you know, that idea of like, okay, I got to do all these things to have a good relationship with God. And then I didn't realize that all this shit like bleeds into the rest of my life, like in work, like in relationships. So I guess how do I go about navigating that? Like, am I still, you know, I'm in therapy, but like, I guess it'd just be interesting to get a different perspective of like, how do I keep those voices? How do I keep combating those voices of like, oh, you're not deserving of this person's love? You know, I have evidence to show that this person cares about me. They continue to show up for me, and, you know, they continue to be here for me. So it's like, how do I keep combating those voices that tell me you don't deserve this love? You don't, you know what I mean? All that stuff.
Oh my gosh, Jeremiah. Okay, let's backtrack.
Okay.
So would you say that this is like your first serious relationship since you came out?
I would have to say yes. This is because I've dated guys before, but I think the thing is too is like, especially when you're closeted and when you're in the church, it's more like, I guess I don't want to say it's not sentimental or anything like that, but it's more like more physical, and, you know, it's kind of like a little hush hush, you know. And now it's like I have a really open relationship with my parents. Like, I can communicate with them about like things that are going on. I even just had a conversation with my mom about like, hey, this is what we've been doing, and it's been really refreshing. And
yes, just to be so open with like who you are and
yeah.
who you like and
not
all of these new feelings that go beyond physical.
God.
You said what, boo?
I said not move closer to God. The comment.
Oh, I can't even read those because I'm listening to you. Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
I do want to say that I know tons of people in the community who do have very close relationships with God and who are very spiritual and are not. So I don't want any rhetoric about the church to mess up any relationship that you want to have with God or not. Okay, I do want to say that because people love to call LGBT people not spiritual, and I like the people that be praising him the most.
Let's talk about that. No, let's talk about
Let
that.
me say something.
The choir directors.
Let me say something. Yeah, so your religion is all yours. Now, what I'm going to say as far as your relationships are concerned, I've been doing this too because I said this the other day on my Instagram story. I think you just need to get to this point where you fully embrace and acknowledge how worthy and how enough you are. Okay. So I have things going on all the time where I'm just like, I am so, like I'm a comedian. I like to make jokes. I like to be funny. And I would still be that if I didn't have these followers. And I would still be that if I never make it on HBO. Right. So it's just kind of like, I am enough and I am worthy with or without all these things. Yeah. So it's like, you are lovable and like the baddest bitch with or without that relationship.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear about that. I am a bad bitch with or without Ben.
Starting from that place.
Just start from that place. And the other day, I literally did this. I wrote like, I am worthy without, and a list of things that I have and that I want, right? Like a list of things. So it's like, I'm worthy with or without kids. I'm worthy with or without a college degree. I'm worthy with or without a job.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Was this didn't you post this the other day on your story? You were like, without the condo, without this?
Yes, because and this is gonna happen when y'all start dating. It's like, well, y'all love each other so much, when y'all gonna get married? Well, when are y'all gonna adopt kids? And you're just kind of like, how about I'm good? How about I'm good on my own, just the way it was, to quote Rihanna. So I think you need to get to this place where you remember, like, and I really think this about when it comes to gay relationships. People are like, well, you're not with anybody. Are you still gay? It's like, yes, because I'm gay without a partner, because I've been gay my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I just think like you should just get in that place where you're like, because if you invest everything into this relationship, which I'm sure is amazing, if you invest everything into this relationship and then that falls apart, I don't want you to feel like, well, great, now I'm never worthy of another person loving me ever again. So you should come into this relationship like, this person loves me, this person likes me, this person likes spending time with me. And even if they didn't want to do all of those things, I am full and I am worthy and I am enough. You see what I'm saying?
100% hear what you're saying, and I want to piggyback off of something you just said, because I immediately when you're talking, I think about a video when you and Ben went to the beach, and you were kind of had a moment where you were like, when you realized you had to wear a bikini, and you were like, you were kind of having a little breakdown. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you said, you know what, I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna love my body, and I think a lot of the times when that rhetoric comes into my mind, because the thing is, you've been in the church, you hear those things behind the pulpit. Sometimes I would hear my pastor say things like he would say faggot or something like that. And I'm like, yo, what's up with that though? You know what I mean? So that's right. Those internal things come up. And then I think I hear, those voices, you being one of them, being like, you know what? No. I'm right now, I'm deciding that I am enough. I deserve this relationship. I deserve love. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think I've been in therapy, mama. So this is like the pandemic was like, I need to go to therapy.
Right. My whole pussy fell apart during the pandemic. But I just I have to get like that about, because, you just hear so much stuff. One time I was at like one of Ben's family cookouts or something, and I heard somebody in the room say something like, well, trying to say it to Ben, and they were like, well, if you're going to be with a black girl, like your life is just going to look a little bit different. And I was just like,
yo, what does that mean? Well, what is
right? I'm gonna let Ben, and I heard Ben handling that shit, and I just like walked away, because I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm enough. They might see something, or they might try to be checking their cousin right now, but I know I'm enough. So I'm gonna let him handle that, and he totally did. But you just have to get to this point where like, whatever you're saying about me, all these slurs and shit, that's kind of your fault. Like,
Yeah.
your opinion of me is actually your business.
It's
Like,
speaking more on your character.
that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you think his life is going to be hard with a black girl, there's nothing I could ever say, because I know I'm the best thing that's ever happened to Ben.
There you go.
So I'm just kind of like, if you look at all of this stuff that I'm doing and you still fix your lips and tell Ben that he's gonna have a hard life, then that's on you. That's kind of on you, friend. So I think you should, and you know, Ben wipes his family. I mean, you know, we've been together 6 years, so he ain't even really got to check nobody now. He knows. He's like, we're not hitting this door until everybody's in alignment. But I say all that to say, like, you get to that place where you write down that like the other day I said to myself, I'm gonna write down 5 things that I am worthy without 5 things. And when I looked up, the whole page was full, because I was like, oh my gosh, all of this stuff around me doesn't really matter. If this house burned down right now, I got everything I need. I am enough. So I want you to remember that. And then once you're there, let that man love you. Y'all can stay together. Don't dump him until you're there.
Okay.
But once you are there, let him love you, because you deserve all of his love. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know he fine too, because I'm looking at you. So I know he take care of you. And I'll lastly say, if you want to have a relationship with God, that is all yours. Don't let these pastors, and if you on this live right now telling this man he can't go to church, you might well, you know, you in the wrong spot. You know this the gay vibe. So y'all better be, don't even come on to this chat with all that. Okay?
Can I piggyback off a second, or better yet, can we rewind and can I ask you something about what you just said? When you hear Ben, when that stuff happens with Ben, right? And you hear him, like, you're like, okay, you know what? You hear him start, you know, letting them have it. What is that? What's the internal dialogue, right? Because obviously it's different because y'all are six years in, right? Mm-hmm. But like, beginning, was that happening? And if so, what was the internal dialogue? Was it like, damn, I feel more secure in this relationship because this person is standing up for me? Or was it like, I don't need him to do that for me? Or was it a combination of both?
I think the thing is, if you're a black person and you're making the if you fall in love with, well, I guess I did make a decision to fall in love with Ben. If you're a black person and you made a decision to fall in love with somebody who is not black, they need to step up. Like, so my internal dialogue every time is, Ben, if you, my white husband, aren't gonna stand up for me with your family, we're done here. We're pretty much done here, because we can't be together if you are just letting this dialogue happen in front of me. So Ben has never, especially when it comes to his family. Now, of course, early Ben and Amber, when we would go on the train and stuff, you know, you can't help random people on the streets sharing their comments, and it ain't a lot. Honestly, it's not like, you know, it's not the 50s. It's not rare to see interracial couples anymore. But when it comes to Ben's or Ben's coworkers, you know, I'll come to an event and they'll be like, oh, you with her. And he'll be like, let me go have a conversation. He'll be like, let me go have a conversation with my coworkers about how they just sexualize you. I don't like that. Let me just go like pull so-and-so aside. And typically people, you know, are very understanding and are, you know, not understanding, but like, cause you know, we ain't got to yell across the table. You ain't got to beat people over the head with it. You got to just be like, can we have a bigger conversation about why you just made my wife feel uncomfortable? Let's have a conversation about that. But I had to learn earlier. I kind of sometimes have to tell him to pipe down. I'm like, they get it. You told him, like, but if you're with somebody, especially with the power dynamics of our relationship, like he's white and he's a man. If he was not willing to do that work, because they ain't gonna listen to me. They already have their beliefs about black people. They definitely ain't gonna listen to my black ass.
Not just that,
exactly. So, right. So if they're not going to listen to me. So Ben knew from day one that he had to step up to family members or whatever. And it's not a lot of them, but the ones who it is, he gathers them. And the day that doesn't happen, he gonna have a problem with me.
Mm. Yeah, because the thing is too is like this is the first time too. This is another dynamic of the relationship is that
Mhm.
the first time that I'm dating somebody that is not of my race because I'm Mexican.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there's a lot of things that I'm learning that he's Vietnamese, and there's a lot of things that I'm learning. Like there's a lot of nuance that I have to learn because there's things that when you're dating somebody of the same race, you don't really have to explain. Like, cause my natural like speech is because I grew up in the ghetto, and two, like my natural speech is like Spanglish, so I
Okay.
speak like, Spanish English, and sometimes I do that with him, and then I'm like, and then the what you were saying, I could really connect to what you were saying about how when showing up with your coworkers and they're like, oh, because when I show people like, oh, this is my boyfriend, I'm really happy and blah blah, and they're like, oh, you're dating an I'm like, wait, why is that? Why are you making this?
Yeah, what you doing all that for? Right.
All that for? Like that's not a thing. You don't need to be making this a thing when it's not a thing. And the reason why I asked about your perspective of like the internal dialogue of like what's that like, and I wanted to see if I was kind of like crowdsourcing to see if maybe my own it sounds like I still need to do some more internal work because when I do things of like him sticking up or me sticking up for him, I feel empowered in our relationship because I'm like, okay,
Yes.
I have evidence
Right.
that he cares for me and stuff like that.
Right. I definitely think in y'all's dynamic, y'all should have a very intentional conversation about like, here's some potential things that can or may happen. And when they do happen, how are we each going to respond?
Yes.
Because the racial politics of like stolen Africans enslaved in this country and white people is a little bit more cut and dry. It's like, y'all wrong, y'all this way, y'all wrong, y'all right. It's a little bit more cut and dry. But I guess, you know, the different dynamic of you being Mexican and him being Vietnamese in this like very anti-Asian movement right now as well. Like that's just a little bit more nuanced, like you just said. So I think y'all should have a very intentional conversation of like, here are all the possibilities of things that could happen. So how would you like me to respond if blank happens? Or also, you know, because you're both men, maybe there's a dynamic there where you're like, well, who's gonna step up to do the thing? Where I don't know, in our relationship, it's like, this your family, take them out, you know. So it's just a little bit different with our dynamic, but I definitely still think that you and your man should sit down and say like, you know, let's not pretend you're Vietnamese, I'm Mexican. Let's talk about some things and some words that will probably be said by each of our families and how when those words potentially are said, how we gonna check that shit. You speaking Spanglish, that's something he just gonna have to get used to. So he shouldn't have a problem with that.
I said, babe, you need to learn some Spanish because I was like, this is just naturally how I speak. I was like, it just comes out.
And then, or you might have to have the conversation with him of like, these are some words that only I can say. I mean, you know, again, it's a little bit more clear which words I can say versus Ben, but just like, you know, just like every now and then there might be Ben will impersonate me or something. And I'm kind of like,
no, you can't, no, that's not for you. Kind
I
of
don't like what you just did there. Right. You'll just be like, I don't even know why I don't like it. I don't know if you impersonating me or you just bad at impersonating. And so you just committed a hate crime in my house. I don't know what happened. But you have to just be very, very intentional about those conversations and don't leave it to chance. Because what you don't want is something to happen at your family cookout or something, and then he's gonna be like, "Why didn't you have my back?" And you're like, "I didn't even know."
No. Yes.
Right.
I had this conversation with my therapist because there was a little moment. I don't mean to take up all this time, but this is
I'm about to cut you off, friend, because I got a couple people in. But okay. I'm gonna let you have this final word. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. What I'm hearing you say is that I need to be intentional and I need to have this conversation about expectations when meeting our family. And I'm also hearing you say that I need to write 5 things down that I am, without these things, I am still worthy. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, Jeremiah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Amber. I hope you have a great rest of your life. I'm going to keep watching.
Oh, my life. Uh-oh. You know something I don't know? I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. And good luck with you and your boo. Let that man love on you, okay?
I will. Bye, guys. Bye. Have a great day.
I love y'all. All right. I hope that was clear. If you're just joining, welcome to Ask Amber. We got a couple more people in the chat. So let's get it popping. Oh, Lord. I see a crazy in the chat. Let me, not a crazy, but let me handle this. I see somebody I know in here. Hello? Tamia.
Hey,
Tamia, why you bothering me?
I had to. I've been watching the live since it started.
Okay, for context, everybody, y'all know how I used to be a high school teacher? Tamia was one of my loud ass students. I'm just kidding.
Don't
Tamia
tell
was
my
one of my
business.
very talented. So when I taught high school, I mostly got along with very smart, hardworking girls. I don't know. That's just who I am. And Tamia was one of those girls because, and Tamia also, and I'm going to plug you because I love you. Tamia also braids hair, y'all, and her braids are everything. When I had a little bit of hair, I texted her because she grip it, and she was like, nah, sis, you need a couple more months. But Tamia is incredible. How have you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you now? Oh, Lord. Don't make me feel too old.
I'm already old. 22.
You're 22? Oh, my God. Y'all. I ain't taught high school in 4 years. So her being 22 is out of this world. Do you need some advice tonight? Or
Yes,
you just
I
coming on here
do.
looking cute? What's wrong with you?
I'm tired of my man.
Tamia, are you in Chicago? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure your business gets some business. Are you in Chicago still?
Yeah, I am on weekends, but I'm at school right now.
All right, good. Okay, what's going on? What's going on with your man? I love that this is happening right now.
I'm tired of him. I'm just playing now, though. It's like the relationship, it's about money, but it's not about money, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
No, I
well,
don't get what you're saying. I don't get what you're saying at all. Help me understand what you're saying.
it's just like the relationship is not a relationship. I just feel like the money is coming in the way of the relationship.
Whose
Like
money?
my money. When we
Okay,
sit at a
so
dinner table, it's like, who's going to pick up the bill? Do I pick up the bill or do he pick up the bill? And it's 9 out of 10, it's me picking up the bill.
okay. Well, let me ask you this. Oh, look at me all over the place. Is he in school too, Tamia? Because you
Yeah.
know, college broke is a whole nother kind of broke.
No, for real. It's a whole nother type of ball game.
And you are very, you know, you're also an entrepreneur right now. Like you are crazy talented with your business. So it's hard. He's 22. Is he 22 as well or 21?
Yeah, 22.
Does he have a job?
Yeah, he has a job. He doing a little something to get him by.
Is he in school?
Yeah.
So he's in school. So, and you say you pick up the check 9 times out of 10?
Yeah, and I'm just ready to cut it loose.
Well, what? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before I be judgmental, because I be trying to give y'all partners a chance out here. What does he bring to the table?
A good personality.
Go on.
Good personality. Good personality again. Good personality again.
How good is the personality?
He's just funny. Like, I see myself like, my past relationship. He was crazy. But this relationship, he just keep me happy. I'm always smiling. But it's just like...
Except when that check comes through.
Yeah, I just be like...
The bill, rather.
Like, who's picking up the... me? I gotta do that. Damn.
And
like,
what's his face like when you try to say, like, how long is this awkwardness? Does he say, like, can you get it? Does he say, I'll pay you back next time? Does he say, how about I cook tomorrow night?
It's the I'll pay you back next time, but like no money rolling through. Like I don't hear the cha-ching. Like I don't hear the Cash App ring. Like I don't hear none of that.
Oh Lord, Tamia. I mean,
like,
I love you because you're just like me as a child, when I was a young lass myself. But I mean, do you want to be with this man forever, or is this like this a good time? We in college.
It's a good time. We in college. I'm living my life.
Well, just keep him on the roster, because I would. Let me say this. Please type in the chat if you met the love of your life in college. Because the men that I talked to in college, they're still in Athens, Georgia. So they are, and most of them didn't graduate from school. They're still on the campus pretending to be students. So
not pretending.
Some of them. So to me, just keep him on the roster. I say start the roster, keep him on the roster, and yeah, he's not the one. Because this is what you do. Because I don't tell y'all this again, because people like to see me and Ben now, and they're like, oh my God, must have been so cute. But when Ben was in grad school, which was around the time that I was teaching you, when Ben was in grad school, I supported him for 2 years. So Ben lived at my house. I paid all the bills. I paid the rent. And it was the understanding that, like, you are getting your master's degree and you're, you're going to support me in the following ways. I like keeping you around. And then in 2 years, when you get a job, I might have to take some time off, a la me leaving Comer and doing what I want to do. So if it's a situation like that, sure. But if you're like, no, we're not having fun. Or Ben said to himself, like, okay, I can't afford to take Amber out on really extravagant things because I'm in grad school. So let me set up a little cheap picnic at the lake. Let me see what day they're doing some specials. Let me get creative. Let's go to the farmer's market on Saturday. That's free. Is he coming with some ideas of some cool things y'all can do around town? Or is he just, eating on your dime every weekend?
I mean, it's like I'm eating on my dime on weekends, but it's just like, it's me, the one who's like, okay, let's go do painting. Let's go to the lake. Like, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And you know how
you coming with the ideas?
Yes.
You coming with the ideas and the money?
Hell yeah.
And let me ask you this. How long did it take you to braid somebody's head?
Not that long. It takes me about it depends on what size, what length. It takes me about 4 hours. I still have time.
I mean, that's a long time. And for you to be doing multiple people's heads at 4 hours a session and he's just eating all that money, nah, we can't have that.
Like, I'm the one who's like, let's go to the movies. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. I mean, yeah, sometimes he'll pick up the bill, but it's just like, not, I'm the one who's majority picking up the bill. Like, I'm the one who's slapping my card on the table. Like, I'm the one with the cha-ching. He's the one with the bankrupt decline.
Decline? Oh, not a decline.
I'm just playing.
Let me ask you this. I want you to be completely honest with me. If you had to give me a ballpark figure for how much money you've spent in this relationship since it started, what would you just guess?
Let's just end the live right now because I can't even.
Tamia, how long have y'all been together?
This going on it's about to be year 3 in March.
Okay, let's you didn't say that. So you've been picking up the check for the past 3 years?
Almost, yeah, but not like all the time, but like majority of the time, yes.
You've been picking up a check 9 times out of 10 for almost 3 years? Tamia Flowers.
It's not. I just love that man. I'm a stick beside him.
No. You did not call it to this. No. Hell no. You didn't say that. I thought you met him last semester. Have you ever bought something a lot too? Like some shoes for him or something? Or is this just some dinners? Damn. Well,
I
it was really great.
That $2K. I paid money. I paid money.
Ben is my husband, and I didn't get him $2K. Last year, he said, "Can I please get the PS?" No. So we're gonna end the live here. I think you know what you need to do. It was really great connecting with you because I haven't seen you in years. If you would like me to send him the text message, I can do that. But Tamia, he has milked you for all your worth. Is he in love with you? Like, does he think y'all are getting married?
I think he do, but I don't think that. I don't feel that that sound wrong. I'm so sorry. The man above. I don't know why I'm wasting my time, but
You're wasting your time. You wasting time and money.
yeah, because I'm not ready to commit to somebody else. Like, that's too much time and energy, but this is taking too much time
Now,
and
don't
energy
do that.
too.
Don't do that. Well, if he moves on, you got to be okay with that.
I know. I'm about to
And you
cry.
can break up with him, and if he put up a fight, you say, well, this is your bill in total for the last 3 years. When you pay this invoice, we can have a conversation.
No, for real.
And say namaste. It's been great to me. I'm gonna try to get one more caller on the line, but I love you. Everybody hit Tamia up. Her name is in here somewhere. You know, I don't know how to work this thing.
Ooh.
But I will Tamia, I'm gonna share you after the thing because you know I love your braids. I just ain't got no hair.
Okay.
But everybody else, if you need your shit braided up in Chicago, hit her up.
Period.
Love you, Queen.
Love you too.
Yes. Y'all. I love my former students. Okay, we might have time for one more call. I think. Who is this? I'm gonna make them all quit with it. It's so awkward just waiting in the waiting room. It's like Zoom. It's like, what do I do until they come on? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I got King Kong in my trunk. Why y'all laughing? Some of y'all paying for somebody who been in it for 3 years. Okay, that person didn't go. I see another clown in the waiting room. Okay, well, we got one more right here. One more right here. When I say clown, I mean friends of mine who are just trolling me. Okay, well, that person. Hello.
Bienvenue.
Amber. Julia is a dear friend of mine who just likes to troll me. What you got? Julia, welcome to Ask Amber. Let me be kind. Julia, welcome to Ask Amber.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm sure you are.
First time caller, long time fan.
Crunch. So what's going on in your life, Jules?
Well, I got 2 questions.
Right.
First one is I broke a nail.
Of course.
And do I get a fake nail or do I just cut them all down? So that's question number 1.
That's tricky. Let me write it in my notes real quick. Oh, we got a broken nail on.
Look, Brianne's in the chat. All right.
Then
my second question is actually that I've got beef with all of my friends, any of you that are on here, including you, Amber. I would like to bring back Latoya, the first caller, I believe.
Yes. Early. Because
those that are married love to say, go try those apps. But you know what?
Here we go.
Yes. When was the last time my friend Amber found a good man for me that goes to church, that has a job, that knows how to cook, that said, you know what? This guy would be good for my friend Julia. Never.
So it's my fault.
I'm just saying.
So, first of all,
how do I get my deadbeat friends to play matchmaker? That's my question.
First of all, Ben ain't even got no friends I can even introduce you to, because Ben ain't got friends. This wedding, I had to call my brother and be like, can y'all stand up there? Ben ain't got no friends. He don't keep up with people.
I mean, he's at the library. I need a man that reads.
You want to meet a man at the Edgewater Public Library?
Here's what I need. I need someone who is vetted and has a background check by you or Ben or someone else. Because you throw me on those apps, it is trouble. I'm going to end up in a ditch on the next episode of Law and Order SVU.
But we got to work together, Jules. Why don't you get on the app, swipe, and then I do the background check.
Nope. I
do the background check.
I did that with Jesse and it didn't work out.
I don't remember. What happened with Jesse?
Jesse created my Bumble profile. Trash.
Well, let me tell you this. Since Brianna's on the chat, let me say this. Me and Juliet set up Brienne's Bumble account because she had horrible pictures on there.
I remember that.
She met Terry 1 or 2 weeks after we set up that account, and now they got a baby together, living together in the suburbs.
Girl,
so
please.
my shit is full proof.
No.
So when you set up the app,
I will
I
drag
need to
you.
go over there. I need to put some baby oil on my hands and grease up your ass, and
Nope.
then I need to get low and take some pics, and that's what needs to be on the app.
No. Here's the other thing. I don't trust the app because. Okay, Amber, you got to get off the app train.
It was him.
You have to get off the app train. You know I'm old school. I'm analog. I like a love letter. Put a stamp on it. Play some records.
But everything we do is on the apps now.
The League. Brittany, what is this League VIP?
The League. No. Everything we do. What we on right now? Apps.
You literally, I follow 3 people.
Especially in this COVID world.
Mm.
Especially in this COVID world, okay? Where you gonna meet people? At the bar with your mask on? And then you gonna take them home and see their teeth? And you gonna be like, fuck, I should have had an app for that.
No, I don't want
for that.
No. Can someone in the chat get behind me? The apps
Ain't
are
nobody
trash.
behind you.
The apps
Anybody
are
behind
trash. Found my man
The
on
apps
hands. Okay,
work.
Sharina.
The apps will at least get you laid.
Panera.
Now.
eHarmony. Oh, maybe eHarmony.
Right. You know what you need to be on Christian Mingle. That's exactly where you need to be. Ain't you a Christian?
I think I'm just gonna end up at the monastery. I'm just gonna call it a day.
Ain't you a Christian? And then Frank said he met all his husband's exes on the app. I think he's
but those
Frank, don't you call them. We will bust your shit out.
I mean, listen, does Frank want me to sign up for Grindr? Because
look,
I don't think I'm gonna find love over there.
Get on Grindr. Hell. You never know who you might meet. I'm sure Ben had a Grindr. Shit, you never fucking know.
I'm just saying, if you're on this chat, you know a good man, lives in Chicago. You know what? I'm willing to travel.
You had a man. What happened to that man you met in Tahiti?
He's still around. Maybe he's on this live. I don't know. He doesn't speak English.
Name?
Augustin.
Let me tell you something. All of us have had. You remember I told you about that summer I went to Spain? I had sex with a man, and he didn't speak a lick of English. We used Google Translate to bust it wide open.
You told me that.
Literally.
Wait, he
was literally behind me.
You need to.
And you know the Google app is a little bit of broken English, so he would pass it to me, and it would be like brown girl sexy slime. I'm like, all right, that'll do. And I'd be like, fuck it up. And whatever fuck it up in Spanish was like in Catalanian was, that's what happened. And that shit was still popping. This was pre-Ben, of course. Pre-Ben.
Right.
But you don't need them to speak English. I'm just saying.
I mean, we do chat.
He speaks French Polynesian?
Yeah, he speaks French.
You better get your Rosetta Stone out, girl.
You know I'm studying. You know.
Listen, y'all. Julia already met the love of her life in Tahiti. This man loves her.
He does.
It don't matter if he speaks English or not. He fine. Do y'all still FaceTime?
We haven't FaceTime. He called me at like midnight, which is like 6 p.m. in Tahiti. That's the other thing. It's like the time zone difference. And I'm like, honey, I'm in bed.
Okay, so do you want it or not? Because I tell you, this is why we can't find nobody for you. Because I tell you, get on the apps. You don't want to get on the apps. You met a man in Tahiti. You don't want to speak. You met a man IRL in Tahiti, and you don't want to have to speak French Polynesia at 2 a.m. So what is it? What you want me to do?
This is what I want you to do. I'll say it again. You put it out there. You ask your aunt. You ask your mom. You need to send it out to the aunties.
My aunties are 60 plus. You want a sugar daddy?
I'm just saying.
It's probably holding you back.
What?
That fucking broken nail. Yeah, I said it.
It is so broken. It is. Look at that. Look at these are the ones that look good.
You know
And
why
then
you
these are the
can't get a
ones.
man? Because nobody wants that in their asshole. That index finger, I see it.
Amber, I think you need to clarify for your followers that I'm not quite as wild as you, but that just got a lot of hearts. Okay.
Well,
I'm looking. Oh, you know what? Dr.
nobody's sticking
Shafali,
their fingers in their man's assholes. Oh,
she
who knew?
told me I need to go on the Indian matchmaker.
What? All right, let me call you out so you get canceled, and then I get
All right.
and then I get canceled by proxy. Man, tell that
I'll-
man in Tahiti that you coming back.
All right. Maybe
Love you,
babe.
Jules.
I love you. Bye.
I'm going back to Tahiti. Y'all, these men be out here loving Julia, and she don't wanna, use Google Translate. Sound off if you've had sex with somebody and you just speak that language. It's all good. I ain't gonna stop nothing. Google Translate saves lives. I have thoroughly enjoyed this live with y'all motherfuckers and non-motherfuckers, niggas and non-niggas. Please tune in next week for Ask Amber, where you're a mess, but you can say it with your chest. Tamia, I'm going to check in with you to make sure you broke up with your man of 3 years. You probably won't do it, but we are all rooting for you to break up with him and invoice him. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all. I need to get the show going. Ask Amber.